If you're just joining us, it's still Breakfast Daily, and right now we're getting into our community development segment where we shine light on stories that matters most. So today we're going to be taking you to Gomoa Dunkwa, nestled in the heart of Gomoa West District in the Central Region. Well, this vibrant community is actually facing a crucial challenge, and that's the absence of local health facilities. And recently, a tragedy actually struck there where a pregnant woman, or a woman that, in labor, a pregnant woman in labor, lost her triplets while in search of medical assistance in the next community. So we're not only talking about, absence of local health facilities, but there's the issue of bad road too. Anyway, we actually have a report from our Central Region correspondent, Calvin Tete. Let's watch it, and when we come back, we'll be having a discussion about it, and obviously we will talk to, other parties that know about these issues and see the way forward about these issues. We'll be right back.
Gomoa Dunkwa, nestled within the Gomoa West District of the Central Region, sustains itself primarily through agriculture, with many women engaged in trade for their livelihood. Despite its long-standing presence, the community lacks a dedicated health facility, leaving residents vulnerable to health crisis. Tragically, this void has led to numerous fatalities, including the recent loss of a triplet by a pregnant woman en route to the hospital. In interviews with Citi News, residents express how the absence profoundly affects their daily lives.
So went to know what I'm calling was actually don't see. My father saying I'm having to win about a doctor from a banner was a watch. And say, my friend, why you operation? Were you my friend Basson? My friend Basson, Krumpanka. Was so sure I come, my friend with him. The near car bent Tama and Biani and Abdumala, ye dinner. Winnie Badin, you're near Scantia. And antibated no so ya call no so ya can 50 million. You do to turn I didn't see. And so we have about 50 million, yes, can Juniala. You 30, men so 20, and so they aim near bay. No, that I didn't put in ye. Yes, it's in the other web or book, one buffalo. One match and say, who there? You ram or been putting me out one away to more Benton, I am to see.
Time I will come and me go. No one almost no more say, almost friend me call upon. It's answer quite yancy, ye delay time will queen. You see, you know, must say, in so I call, I will find him by William CS since we are Koran. You know, much 4 o'clock by 5 o'clock p.m. Now we finish him. It is a CHPs Compound, maybe or her, can tempana, rush Marco, my friend, my bunko. Kwane de enye ndi se enyum kra na se wo mo do kwa be shaky na be bre e se wange se wo pensim na be san so kwan no so onye na driver na jump kwa afa na afa nti e bi kra mpo anka abofan obetena ase na so san kwan ni nti e bedwin na akobon
se awoka obi a enye ka mpo na odin akọ. This a car or hamper danka, but me out by your car, near hospital in she. Now, walk on, been tanker car and brand in a problem. I have by course, shoot this is a car on man. I have baby. Tell you what the one answer would do sooner down on.
In addition to these challenges, the deteriorating Dunkwa Road presents significant hazard for both residents and commercial drivers, exacerbating the community's plight. Particularly at night, the treacherous road conditions hinder transportation for the sick, while also facilitating criminal activities such as robbery and assault.
Quite yet, you do and in 5:30 I will be up because Ninya Bimba and passengers no so. And I'm the Yabopon 5 Ninty was war brepa, it to quite necessary, it do a Ninya car. Osan say equal na say kodu kwan mu a Roberts gina kwan mu atra adwuma akona aleba akokro mu nkran san hon wo gina ho obrenya pa Nancy Ampo Wablo Bia or if you go Matako Abronam, won't who Alan Ward to an in. My master, your friendly chief. Now, on am now got to there, or be much now, Quine. Don't so why the people down or there ocean ye. Now, Ojina, while we are there, what do you try on? See, or you don't move in a car, one and was you to know. To what route to lucky? O Trenisia no ko bush no mu na ya me na adomala o yi ne film fan yi wo tutu do na me fan na year with the ramp for 2007 which is 17 years ni actually papa and yes lemo on mobile na drivers I work on do ye mobile.
As for the roads network, it is a huge challenge. We are praying to God that with this year government will make more effort to construct that road for us. When we are coming from Accra here and we get a Pam Junction at the time of maybe 6 o'clock, you will not get car to this community because of that bad road.
Community leaders have mobilized resources to address this pressing issue, rallying residents to participate in the construction of a community-based health planning and services compound. This effort aims to provide essential healthcare services to the community and alleviate the burden on neighboring facilities.
This is Miumi Bebende, Ubi Yahumakan or your son, if you have, Yadun could be a pan and son looking at Yasa. Damn time, let's be said, Nancy. Near Queen, so I say, Adam Ham, since you try, are okay. Can't feel Ugamba, can't feel Dunkankuga. The damn time, let's be a la near by ended. I'm to a day from Maina is shy. Dollars, you're saying cheap compound. I say, yeah, in hospital, Casimpe, Kakra, obey save, I mean, I might be a lot near to me action. And since I did not, it's now called upon some mammy, yeah, the margin.
In this community, if anybody is in health problem in terms of accidents, in terms of snake bites and all those things, we don't have any facility here that will be able to do a basic checks on the person before it will be transferred to the higher one. So that is the reason why today we are embarking on this project that we want to get a chief compound built so that at least the basic health facility will be catered for before the person will be transferred.
Man, what for you for now? Baby, walk hospital in fact, no more to Kaka. Na car Sam, Quano Swinje. So baby, what about Nakam Kobodu, hospital where I miscarriage. And I didn't say, I say. Been required to move or council. Because if you go offer a car, come back, it's a quaning yet. Until then, yeah, I've been there. About 4 more cool, that Gomoa Dunkwa, development association. I can have money at the medium of Jabba Bazi, or a cheap compound at the chassis.
Until being here, there, yeah, primary health care, Dunkwa. Mobile, with your yawa, between a piece, Asano, and Sana, the Ako Uga, and the Rampo.
At the Oman Krado of the Nifa division within the Champim Traditional Council spearheads fundraising efforts, emphasizing us to contribute through communal labor towards establishing the much-needed healthcare facility.
Yeah, what we are going to do is that the community themselves are more than willing and ready in terms of communal labor. When we call them, they are more than ready. And we are going to solicit. Myself, I'm going to donate some cement for them. I'm going to also ask my colleagues outside and here to also help us to, put up the nice facilities so that our mothers who are, suffering from going to Gomoa and other places will come to an end.
All right, welcome back. And that was a report filed by our colleague, Calvis Tete. And I think it's quite unfortunate. Before we continue the conversation, I would like to, say rest in peace to those kids that died. And also, I wish we could talk to the woman. Yeah. It's really hard to be pregnant for 9 months and then lose your kids just because you were trying to have the kids. Yeah. And why? Just because there are no hospitals around me. Yeah.
No. Even CHPs Compound.
Even CHPs Compound.
Yeah, which is the most basic. It's the most basic.
And it's really something that we can't just let slide like that. Yeah. Anyway, I think you are going to be speaking to the chief right now. Yeah.
The chief of Gomoa Dunkwa, on the line with us, Nana Kwao, and Info the 7th. Nana, Papa. Good morning.
Morning, Papa.
Yeah, but you're about Eba Breakfast Daily.
Me too.
All right. So, tell us about the situation in Dunkwa, Gomoa Dunkwa, in terms of the health facilities.
That's okay. That's it. Hey, offense. Gomoa Dunkwa, ayokrowa, ne check akra. Na me aw hanye bebre wo Gomoa Dunkwa ho ye. Ya no kwan titil okwan na ofisi ogwa odeba Dunkwa no. Kokwa kesi bi da ho. Na kokwa no sensuta. Masa wuntumi nkomba. Ka ntumi mfaso.
Okay.
Na otu say be sa afane hospital na obi yala ọrọ ko no oke di ayansa no. Hospital no bi ni ho. Na se be na se dia obi kwa abem na abotna tutuna. Da dam tam no se dia nsi ato. Nsi tere. Because in can mfa okwa no dunko baby a hospital. I mean, free again there. This is yes, interbo ho na ya me so boa. This dam da o me mfa agin bi. Na CHPs Compound. Na first aid in front of you. Maka so o ya am opportunity. Na hemfo. Na memman ma opportunity. Na okay, dam da na 24 hours me be na ya be homecoming. Na ya tumi afa agin bi. Na se ya tumi aye sa CHPs Compound.
Okay.
And
So when is this homecoming? When are you having this homecoming?
Oh yeah. It's no moon yes homecoming.
Okay. So moving forward, what's the plan? Have you been able to raise enough money? When are we seeing this CHPs Compound?
Pardon?
No. So when are we? Since the homecoming has happened, what was the result of the homecoming? When are we going to see the construction of the CHPs Compound?
Foundation.
Okay. Okay. Inti, with the resources you have so far, how long do you think it's going to take?
Okay, so I'm holding by 1 year, 2 years time.
Okay. All right. Okay. So, well, Nana, thank you for speaking to us this morning. We appreciate your time. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
We've been speaking with Nana Kwao in Info the 7th. He is the chief of Gomoa Dunkwa. Now, what he said ostensibly was that there have been challenges throughout the years. There's no medical facility at all in his village. That's Gomoa Dunkwa. Now, to go to the next village, there are major gullies and crevices in the road infrastructure. So when it rains, the village is basically cut off. All right. Now, already as it is, the road is bad. But when it rains, the village is actually cut off from other communities, so they can't even go across. So now what's happening is that they sat together with the elders of the community and thought to themselves, let's have a homecoming of sorts, right? And then see if people who have been blessed, in life, having traveled out of the village, but they come from there, they hail from there, can then come together and see if we can put resources together and start something, instead of sitting and waiting for government. So this thing happened over the Easter period. The homecoming happened over the Easter period, and it did raise some funding, and of course I'm sure with some pledges and other things as well. But based on that, they've now dug the foundation to begin work on a health facility. And hopefully they are looking that if they are able to gather more resources, they should be able within the next a year or two max complete this infrastructure. That's basically what the chief said for those who missed that.
Yeah. But I'm wondering what's going to be happening within that one.
Within this period, yeah.
Is it still going to be the same struggle? Is something
Well, it
going
will
to
be.
come up?
There's no other option. There's no other option. It will be the same struggle, you know. I would have thought that maybe an immediate solution would be a grading of the road, you know, between communities, so that at least it's passable, whether there's rain or no rain. And you know those areas, it rains more because of the forests, right? So, yeah, anyway. We also have an opinion leader within the Gomoa Dunkwa community, Kweku Sego, joined us on the line. Kweku, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, welcome to Breakfast Daily.
Thank you very much. And how are you?
Very well, thank you. So, talk to us about the plans that you have as a community to try and make life a little better in terms of the health facilities and then, of course, the road infrastructure as well.
Okay, let me use this opportunity to at least appreciate Citi FM or Citi TV for the good work that you are doing to help this community. And also my greetings to all your viewers and your listeners. My brother, this has been a very headache in this community for all this while. But what triggers most is the recent pregnant woman that she lost his triplet children. And that has been a very, very serious issue around the community. The community itself has taken it upon themselves that we will try our best to put up a CHP compound, a community-based one. But you know, of this, raising fund is not an easy in every community. So as for the road, you know that one day it's up to government. We only push for the people who that matters, so that they can help construct a very good road. Even if you have the CHP compound and there's a case and you need a referral and there's a bad road, you don't think it will also help. So these two major issues is something that the community is very, very much in needed with. So we are doing our best as for the community. You start raising funds a little to help start the CHP compound.
I wanted to find out, have you considered grading the road, you know, just to maybe hire a grader for a day or two, just to smoothen things a bit, so that at least, even when it rains, the road is still passable, you know, for now, whilst we wait for construction, whenever that will come. You know, I don't know what your thinking is.
You know, as for the road, the community always, there's a saying that this community labor or community construction on our own, like going for the communal labor, trying to do the road more trouble for vehicles. But as for a large one, there's a very hilly top entering the community. Anytime it rains, there's no access of vehicle or any motor, any motor can even pass. That's our major problem. That's our major problem. And this has been a norm for so many years. So anytime it rains, even as I'm speaking to you now that we are entering into the rainy season, everybody in the community start panicking.
So ideally, a health center in the community will be the real solution. You know, at least in terms of the immediate cost expenditure. Because when I think of this road, I'm looking at how much you would spend to construct the road properly. You might as well invest that into a health center, so that you have an immediate, place to attend.
Exactly. Because putting up a CHP compound will be more or lesser than trying to construct a road. I don't think we have that capacity to do that. But as for putting up a CHP compound, we will talk to people, solicit funds here and there, so that we can put that at the city. And as you were saying, that would be a very good, because in terms of this community being a farming community, we have skin bites, we have cutlass cats, we have a lot of things happen, that if the CHP compound is built, at least the primary healthcare will be applied here, so that if the person needs to be transferred to the higher one, he can do that. But I think that would be a very good for us, that if you are able to organize ourselves and put up that CHP compound, it will solve at least some percentage of our problem in terms of healthcare.
Yeah. So the lady who lost her triplets, how is she doing?
Oh, she's fine. She's fine because initially when she was transferred to Apam and transferred to Widiba, the triplets, the kids were all gone. So sometimes we need to talk to her and do a little checks on her, but she's fine. The community also raised funds.
Okay.
The community itself organized a fundraising for her.
Oh, okay.
Some of it is hospital bills.
Okay.
So she's fine. She's fine. But she needs a lot of help. You know, what she has been through or what she has gone through.
Yeah.
It's
very
bad.
traumatic. Very traumatic.
Very dramatic here.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Sego, do you know if there are any plans, to partner NGOs or government agencies to get the support for healthcare?
Yes, there's a plan on that. As we plan to get a CHP compound, automatically we need to align ourselves with the government agency, especially the health, the Ministry of Health, and other district chief executives, so that they can also come and help put up this edifice, because that is the basic thing that we can do for now. So it's our mind that we are trying to get in touch with these government authorities to come and help.
All right. So, and also, how far is the nearest hospital or the nearest health center?
The nearest health center is about 1.5 kilometers. Yeah, and the road is not smooth travel.
Right.
Wow.
Right.
All right. Okay. Mr. Sego, thank you very much for speaking to us this morning. We appreciate
Thank you too.
We'll be speaking with Kweku Sego. He is an opinion leader and the secretary of the Gomoa Dunkwa community there. Right. So, really, I mean, the challenges are real. It's a very difficult situation to be, for people to live in.
It's a very dicey situation.
And like he said, it's a farming community. So things like cutlass cuts, snake bites, very common. But as basic as these things are, there is no health center for them to go to when, there's injury. So you can imagine the issue of tetanus, the issue of
all sorts of diseases,
of gangrene,
everything
from sores.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's. I feel pained that in 2024 we still have communities like this, and I'm very, very sure that this is just one of many such communities that exist around the country.
I think it's actually important that healthcare is put first in the manifestos of politicians or political parties, because most times this party will come and say, oh, education is what's on our list first. Another one will say, oh,
even when healthcare is put
prioritized, basically,
up there, right? Investment into it is not,
it's not just about talking; it's about doing it.
Yeah, because we've heard of Agenda 111, right? We've heard of Agenda 111.
Yes.
Up to now, how many of that agenda has agended? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How much of the 111 agenda has happened, has come to reality? I mean, it's, anyway. We have Mr. Stephen Shen, and he's also the Vice Committee Chairman of the Gomoa Dunkwa community. Mr. Shen.
Yes, my lord.
Yes, good morning. How are you? Welcome to Breakfast Daily.
I am fine by the grace of God.
All right. So, as a leader within the community, What can you tell us about some of the discussions that have gone on in terms of interventions that you want to make for your community? Healthcare being one of the most critical ones.
Yes.
Yeah. What are some of the plans?
I want to say, for me to express myself to my satisfaction. I would like to speak my mother tongue so that I will be comfortable to express myself.
Sorry, please repeat that, please.
Can I go on?
Yeah, no, go ahead. I didn't hear what you just said.
I said I would like to permit me to use my mother tongue for me to be able to express myself too.
Go ahead.
Okay. The chairman said, I'm vice chairman to the committee, the level for the open committee. Now, we've been democratic in the we become higher, CHPs Compound, or mining, just the say that what it is, a person I say, because of bad
Mr. Sean. Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, Pocho, a bit of a J. Kakama,
Maybe I'm going to very, very bad.
Okay, I'll try to.
The mechanic compound here are authority. Starting the school after the one never started. Don't encourage my
it's essay. So meeting the eke here. Essay. Go for I'm an said was the one into Boireba. No was a beboa. No we see CHPs Compound. Is that right?
The man.
Okay. All right. Good. Okay. Good. Do you how much have you been able to raise so far? Have you been able to raise anything?
Yes, I know.
Okay.
Although right now, but in terms of material.
Okay.
Cement and the other things that
okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Now, Mesa Mbwaba Honoricon, how long do you hope to be able to complete this first project, which is the CHPs Compound?
It should be able to by the close of the year.
Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. That's wonderful. Thank you very much. Mr. Shen, yeah, that's a bit all right. So that was Mr. Shen, who is the vice committee chairman for the Gomoa Dunkwa community. And just basically saying that, reiterating what the chief had said earlier, and Mr. Sego also had said earlier, they have started raising funds, particularly from persons living outside the community that hail from the community. And they are looking, as things are going now, they are estimating about a year from now, they should be able to complete the CHPs Compound, which will be a major intervention. Some funds have already been raised. They've been able to get some materials and so on. So they've started the project, but as it is, they don't have all the funding yet for everything to be completed. But they're hoping to continue the fundraising process and be able to complete the entire project within the space of about a year. So.